Good morning, my friends. It's probably late in the morning now for you, and I had three names blow off my table. I think the wind is coming to the classroom. So, my afternoon kids, Jillian, beginning with J, and Maddie, and Miles. I hope you're all here today, too. I'm sorry your names came off of my pile. Alrighty, my friends, we are going to talk about wind. What does wind begin with, by the way? W, you've got it, wind. And wind is something that happens often outside, we feel it. And wind is what, my friends? How could you describe wind? Okay, I think I hear some answers. What do you think about moving air? Yeah, wind is moving air. And sometimes wind changes direction. Sometimes wind is super strong and can cause hurricanes or tornadoes. And sometimes wind is just about right to fly a kite. Wind is pretty important to scientists too. Do you know we can actually make energy with wind? Have you ever seen a wind turbine driving east to maybe Spokane? There are many wind turbines out in those fields using wind to create electricity for us. Wind is very important, boys and girls, and we are going to look at some books that tell us a little bit about what wind does. And then at the end, I'm hoping to read you a book called Kite Day, a fiction story about a bear. So let's take a look at wind. Feel the wind. This book is a science book. It's written and illustrated by Arthur Dorros. Arthur Dorros. It's called Feel the Wind. And I think we can find out just exactly what causes our air to blow. Okay, have you ever felt the wind blowing through your hair? Wind is moving air. Air is what we breathe. It is everywhere around us, even when we can't see it. And there's a boy flying a kite. And look at the wind blowing that girl's hair. But we can't see air and we can't really see wind, but we can see the wind move things. Wind pushes clouds across the sky. Wind flutters the leaves of trees and makes ripples on lakes. You can hear the wind when the wind blows through the cracks in your house. It sounds like someone whistling. If the wind blows very, very hard, it can sometimes sound like a wild animal howling. Have you ever heard the wind blowing at night, boys and girls, and been a little bit scared of the sound? I know I have. You can see the wind move things. You can hear the wind and you can feel the wind too. Stand by an open window and let the breeze tickle your face. You can make air move with a fan or by flapping a piece of cloth or paper. Have you ever used a fan before and gone back and forth and made wind, or maybe had it cool down your face when you get too warm? I think we made some fans this year in class. What makes the wind that blows across the fields and forests and mountains? What makes the wind that whips around the buildings in the city? Okay, here's our science talk. So this might get a little bit maybe confusing at first, but I think maybe we can see if we can talk about it and figure it out. So all of the earth is surrounded by air. Earth and the air around it are heated by the sun, but some parts of the earth heat up more than other parts. In the tropical parts of the earth near the equator, the sun rays strike the earth directly. The air gets very hot and, sorry about that, near the earth's icy poles, the sun rays strike at a slant, so the air stays cooler. When hot air and cold air change places, wind is made, and there's our planet Earth. So it sounds like two different temperatures, two different pressures are happening, hot and cold, and then wind is formed. Hot air is lighter than cold air, so hot air rises, and look at that. Have you seen a hot air balloon before? the hot, light air made the balloons float upward. When heated air over the earth rises, cooler, heavier air rushes in to take its place. The moving air is what we call wind. There's the earth again. Hot air and cold air coming together. The sun's rays strike the equator directly. That's why it gets hotter there. But some things get hotter than others because of what they are made of. You can discover this for yourself. Feel the sidewalk on a hot day. It's probably warmer than the grass beside it. The air above it is warmer too. You might see shimmering heat waves as the hot air rises above the sidewalk. Like the sidewalk and grass, land and water heat up. On sunny summer days, the land gets warmer than the water. The air over the land also gets warmer. The warm air rises and the cool winds blow in from the sea. We sure need those winds for sailboats, right, boys and girls? You can't sail a boat if you don't have wind. Some winds blow gently and others blow fast. You can see how fast the winds are blowing by watching how things around you move. A gentle wind makes leaves dance. A stronger wind might flap clothes on a line. A very strong wind might make even heavy trees bend and sway. Storms like hurricanes bring the strongest winds of all. Storm winds may blow very fast, more than 100 miles an hour. That can be pretty scary. You can see how strong the wind is by doing an experiment. Oh, we love experiments, huh, guys? With a bicycle, stand so that the wind is blowing in your face. Now ride into the wind. Feel how hard it is to pedal. Then turn your bicycle around and ride with the wind, pushing you along. Isn't it easier to pedal now? Oh, boys and girls, I sure notice a difference. If I run into the wind, is it harder or easier? You've got it harder. And when the wind's behind me, pushing me along, am I liking it? Yes, I'm loving it. The wind is helping me go faster. The wind can carry your kite toward the clouds or lift a glider. Gliders don't have engines. They use the wind. It's a glider. Some birds can soar on the wind without moving their wings. Have you ever just seen maybe a bald eagle up above Alki or Lincoln Park just soar without flapping using the wind? Sailboats are pushed along by the wind blowing against their sails. How many of you have been on a sailboat before? Okay, a few of you. People have used the power of moving air for thousands of years. Windmills are wind-powered machines. The blades of a windmill turn when the wind pushes against them. The turning blades move other parts to lift water. So that's a windmill. Grind grain, saw wood, or make electricity. And this is what I was telling you about the wind turbines that are in eastern Washington when you drive by them. And you'll see that the wind helps them make electricity for us. Wind brings changes in weather. Rainstorms blow in with the wind and out again as the wind pushes the clouds along. Weather forecasts, remember that word forecasts when we were meteorologists last week? They want to know where the wind is coming from so they can see what weather will be blown with it. We name winds according to the direction they come from. Do you remember those directions? North, south, east, and west. Sometimes when the wind's coming from the north, we'll get good weather, clear skies. Boys and girls, oftentimes when the winds come from the south, that can mean a storm is coming. I know oftentimes that is the truth, and we're going to make a weather vane tomorrow and be able to find out which way the wind is coming, and we can start making our own forecasts in our backyards. In some parts of the world, people have given special names to the winds that blow there. A Chinook is a wind that blows from the Rocky Mountains of the U.S. A Chinook is so warm that in the winter it can melt deep snow in a few hours. A sirocco is a hot, dry wind that blows from the northern Africa. Wind is moving air all around us, so wind is at work. It can carry seeds of plants to new places where they can grow. Wind can even change the strongest rocks. Bits of sand that the wind carries pound at the rocks and wear them away. The wearing away is called erosion. Some wind-eroded rocks have strange shapes. Trees are shaped by the wind, and so are the sand dunes. The wind blows gently, the wind blows strong. See it, hear it, feel the wind. And you can figure out which way the wind is blowing by watching a leaf, a piece of cloth, or a string, or making a weather vane. The weather vane's arrows will point in the direction that the wind is coming from. So, my friends, we are going to actually make a weather vane, and I'm going to have you guys do this and get prepared for it so we can do it tomorrow. What you'll need is a pencil, and I did put a pencil in your packet. You can use that for my experiment I'm going to show you tomorrow, and then use it again to make pinwheels with Teacher Christy. You'll need a straw, and you'll need a push pin or a pin or a needle. Not actually a tack, something that's about this long, so a pin. You'll need some 2 pieces of paper about the same size, maybe 2 inches by 2 inches. Your parents can help you. And you'll need a Sharpie and a stapler. And then we're going to make a weather vane. We're going to put it outside, and we will need to make 4 different marks on 4 different rocks. An S for south, an N for good job north, a W for west, good job you guys, and an E for east. So tomorrow, get ready to make weather vanes with Teacher Shelley. So if you can have those supplies ready tomorrow, that would be great. So your projects to do today are some things that you can do for table work. And we have some people here that are missing their hats. Did you ever wonder what makes the wind blow? When air moves from a cool area to a hot area, wind is created. These boys lost their hats in the wind. Follow the squiggly lines to see who lost the baseball cap. So, my friends, you can do that, and if you want to do that with a marker, that's okay, or a crayon. And then this one, we have a dot to dot up to numbers 15. And do you have any idea what this is? It's something you can fly when the wind is blowing, and you can color it. Alrighty, and then take a picture and show me your work, guys. I'd love to see your work. So that is it for today. Get ready for our experiment tomorrow. Don't forget, straw and a pin and paper and a pencil ready. And I have a little song for you. It goes like this. It's about wind. And it goes to row, row, row your boat. Blow, blow, blow the wind gently through the trees. Blow and blow and blow and blow, how I like a breeze. Blow, blow, blow the clouds, blow them through the sky. Blow and blow and blow and blow and watch the clouds roll by. Well, my friends, I hope you learned a little bit about wind today and letter J. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.